these are what kind of vines?
This is actually a Cabernet Vineyard.
Okay.
We are standing actually in a vineyard that we call Smith and affectionately call Pie Boy. It's actually a very nice young Cabernet vineyard. It's producing a really nice tight cluster of Cabernet, and it's been very successful for us the last couple of years.
So Zach, talk to me about this grapevine.
Well, we've basically got a bilateral cordon here. We're going to be training this vine so that it's growing out both directions evenly, and then it's in a VSP, so it's going to grow vertically here. We're going to have those nice clean rows where we get a lot of airflow and a lot of exposure on those clusters. We need the sunlight to actually break down the catechins, those green characteristics that can be dominant in Cabernet. We want to make sure that those are broken down by getting enough exposure to the sun. And then the airflow as well will prevent a lot of mildew problems. It prevents us from doing extra spray regimens and really helps us minimize the amount of work that we need to physically do in the vineyard. A vine like this, because he's younger, you can see that he's going to actually be trained down a little bit longer. You'll look to end up with probably 5 to 6 positions, this being a position to where we're going to have each year a couple of shoots that'll come up. Now each one of those shoots, as we said earlier, 2.5 clusters per. So you can imagine something like this. When we've got 4 fruiting positions, we could end up with 16 clusters on that 1/2. So 32 clusters of vine, which, as we said, this is a small vine. So we'll likely cut that down dramatically, maybe somewhere in the 12 to 16 per vine. And now these guys, because they're younger, we can do 12 because they're actually very small clusters. As he matures and gets bigger, the cluster size will likely grow larger, which will yield more fruit as the vine gets bigger and able to mature it.
So Zach, why do we prune the vines, and what is this white stuff on the ends of these shoots here?
A vine of this size will generally come back, and each one that'll have 2 shoots on it will take back to 1. And the main reason is because these guys are still young vines, they're still growing up, and they can't quite mature to the quality level that we're looking for on such a little foundation here. And in this particular location, we've actually painted every cut. The reason being is because we're actually surrounded by oak trees in this location. Now, oak trees, beautiful, majestic, everything you want to think of, actually vector a disease that can be transmitted to the grapevine, which is dead arm disease, or eutypa. It'll actually go in and clogs the pores, if you will, in the vine, no longer allows nutrients to travel down, and you'll end up getting one of these cordons will actually just die on you, and will end up having to be replaced completely. So the paint will actually protect it from that virus entering the grapevine, and takes a lot more time to do, but keeps the vine healthy.